Miguel Iterati back here at the IBOP Vaults, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to look a little bit into the future and look at July 19th. The WWE, yes, the World Wrestling Entertainment Organization, has their Battleground pay-per-view. Interestingly, the odds are up for the 3 main event fights well in advance. We've got a couple of weeks, obviously, here before the show, a little over 3 weeks. And the other interesting part and the other reason for this blog is that the lines that are up are really competitive lines. They're really, you know, not quite pick 'em fights, but they're all under minus 200 on the favorites, which is unusual for a WWE show. Usually, you know, with the scripted outcomes and the stories building up, you get a tendency to feel like, okay, you know, this guy's going to win or that guy's going to win, and you wind up with some big crush, you know, minus 900s and that type of stuff, like Ryback's fights on the last show and things. But at any rate, let's go through these, because you got Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt. This feud is just starting, really. Came from the last event where Reigns was set to win the Money in the Bank title and the contract, and Bray Wyatt distracted him and applied a fishing hold, and he went on to lose the contract to Sheamus. So Reigns is getting jilted again, another opportunity, you know, that went by the wayside. It's like he's kind of got a bad luck thing, and they're gonna put that kind of bad luck to use him, building him up and make him go through some hard times and build some character. It'll be good for him in the long run. Wyatt is at plus 100 and Roman Reigns is at minus 140. So if the feud extends itself, obviously you can get Wyatt winning, maybe perhaps the first match of the feud here, firing the opening salvo. I think in the long run, this is Roman Reigns' feud to win, to elevate him in the long run. The other big match that's getting a lot of interest is John Cena versus Kevin Owens. This time Kevin Owens, the NXT champion, has stated he wants the United States belt, so the United States belt is on the line. And get this, Owens is at plus 120 and John Cena is at minus 160. So this one literally could go either way too. Cena usually gets, you know, the nod in an instance like this, and Kevin Owens has a lot of people in the business's attention. And that brings us to the really big and interesting fight, and that's Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. This line also to me is incredible. Brock Lesnar at plus 100 and Rollins favored at minus 140. Lesnar has been brought along and built up over the years as this unstoppable monster, and against the Authority and Seth Rollins, they're going to need to throw the whole bank at him in order to stop him, and this could be a fight that degenerates into disqualifications and could go either way. The bottom line is Rollins will probably walk out continuing to be champion so that Lesnar can continue to stalk him. They can't knock Lesnar down too much and have him get beat up. He looked kind of bad getting beat up by an old man and 2 little midgets on the TV show in the build-up. At any rate, those are the lines, very close lines, and you've got the next 3 weeks to follow on the Raw and the SmackDown brands on television as the storylines build. So we'll see if these lines move on the week of the fight where they are. Talk to you after this.